Welcome everyone, this is Ritch Finnegan and welcome to the Fuel for Performance webinar. Very excited to have you here. Great turnout for this. It's something we've done a number of times and we just get a fantastic response. People just really want to know what to do and how to fuel properly. So as you can see on this, there's some numbers there. If you need to forward those numbers to some people so they can log on and they can check this out, then we're going to be good to go. I'm not going to take the questions right now that are being posted right now. So if you guys communicate there, you can. But other than that, I'll do a quick Q&A at the end. We have a couple hundred people on the line here who wanted to hear this. So let's go ahead and get this thing moving. I'm going to just have a couple tools here that allow me to do a few things and make some notations. And I want to make sure that we're in tune with that. So I'm going to move my bar over and we're going to go ahead and get started here. So first and foremost, with the Advocare products, who are we on this phone? Some of you guys know, some of you are Advocare distributors, some may not be, you might have guests, so we really encourage you to just reach out to the person that put you on this call to follow up after this. This is Team Advocare, we all help each other, and you're going to get some good information here so you can go ahead and share this with some people. Reach out to the person that put you on. My name is Ritch Finnegan, together with my wife Mia. We're independent Advocare distributors, and as you can see, we're diamond level. What we do is really empower people. We empower dozens of clubs. We probably have about 50 clubs that we work with, and I think over 400 trainers that we work with. So we're right in the field. As you can see, the pickup at the top left, that's my wife and our family and our kids. I've been in the training field a long time, and the Advocare opportunity, because of the products, has been the best thing we've ever done to give us the time freedom with our kids. But this is about the products for you tonight. This isn't really a business-related call. It is definitely a product-related. That's my wife's before and after from when after she had her baby, and then to go ahead back on the competition stage. Let's just keep this thing moving right along. What we're talking about is premium fuel. Okay, premium fuel for performance. We're going to show you guys how to use premium fuel for performance. We're not here to discuss or to determine if supplements are good. We know the research. We've been around for a long time. We study the science. We know that the supplements are going to help. There's good and bad quality, though. The key is that we know that we need to get the base of the food. We know that what the supplements do will help our food perform better for us. It'll help with digestion, absorption, appetite control. It's going to help us perform better. It also will help us perform better from an endurance, a power and recovery standpoint, from our fitness. So that's a basic, that's a given. We're going to get into how and why people use it. This is the foundation of the company. Some of you guys know it. I'm going through this fast. The foundation is basically we have the science. We have a sports advisory council. We have the endorsement program that is unique in the industry, and we have our national spokesperson, Drew Brees. Do your research on this. I'm not going to get into this from a business review, but these are the foundation. This is what allowed us to get involved with the company because we saw the integrity and the high quality. I challenge anyone, find me a better line, find me a better company, find me better people involved, find me a company that has the science behind it. There's no one that matches our science board, no one that matches our sports advisory council, no one that matches our endorsement program, and no one with a spokesperson like a Drew Brees. It's just been a blessing for so many people. So that's the foundation. Do your research if you're not already involved. Reach out to the person that put you on. As you can see, Rich Froning, you can see Trevor Bain, Jason Witten, just a few of our other endorsers, and as it says, national spokesperson. Understand, Drew Brees, national spokesperson. He does receive compensation. All of our endorsers, just so you know, they receive product compensation only, guys. Something to be very clear. A lot of people think that this endorsement program is like every other one where it's a money grab for the athlete, and it's not. It's totally unique in the marketplace. These guys use these products because they work, because they perform better, they enhance their career, they increase the longevity of their career, and they're going to get paid from the sport that they play. It's unique in the marketplace, and I love being a part of it. So a big thing that just happened is Nutrition Partner, and I have this highlighted up top, Nutrition Partner. Why? It's not, official sponsor or the official drink of. What we are is we're the Nutrition Partner. We're creating nutritional products for the Major League Soccer. They partnered with us to create the best products for their athletes. Again, it's not a money grab. It's about providing the products for their athletes that are going to increase their performance, increase their recovery, and allow them to perform and play better. And that's how Major League Soccer looks at the investment. Hey, let's invest in the nutrition of our athletes, and we're going to provide the best opportunity we have from a nutrition. So they partner with Advocare to move this forward. Mark my words, guys, this partnership right now with Major League Soccer is going to have a huge, huge effect in the future with Advocare across the country and across the world. So what do? We understand that these professional athletes use it. They're safe and effective. That is the key. There are safe products out there that are not effective. There are effective products that aren't safe. Advocare has both safe and effective, trusted by sport, informed choice, independent lab out of Great Britain. Fantastic lab, fantastic organization. We test more products and more ingredients than anyone else in the industry. So I'm moving to it right now, guys. What do the pros use and why? This is a little bit of our this is a little bit of our performance product line, the Performance Elite product line. We're going to touch base. What we're going to do is mix these products in. I encourage you guys, take notes. I'm putting the foot to the pedal and the pedal to the metal, and we are going to go through this. So take your notes out, jot it down. We're always around to help you guys, but I'm going to try and get this through this thing and crank this out for you, okay? So first, our Performance Elite line, we're going to mix some products in, because what do we do? From a Performance Elite, we have many elite trainers. We have people who are just starting, but just so you know, the fundamentals, we focus on pre-training and competition from a nutrition standpoint. We focus on nutrition for during the competition. We focus on recovery or post, and we focus on sleep. Okay, so those are the areas. And what we do is we use these products from the Well line, from the Trim line, from our Active line, and from our Performance Elite line. We have 4 different product lines that we mix and match and use together. It's just creating our own formulations, okay? So what we're going to do is start out from a mental and physical energy. I'm going to crank through these products. You guys know many of the products. I'm going fast. Mental and physical energy, we have our Spark and our Slam. Those are 2 of the simple out of the gate. We also incorporate products such as O2 Gold, Arginine Extreme, Mass Impact, Catalyst, and again, Spark is on here as well. You're going to see these products as I put these formulations together for you. I just want you to be familiar with these products. So just get familiar with these names if you're not already. Muscle Fuel, another one we're going to use, we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Muscle Strength. That's our HMB product, okay? Our VO2 Prime, that's our beetroot extract product, is to allow oxygen transport. We're going to talk about how we mix that in. Muscle Gain is what you'd call your whey or your casein, your whey protein, a slower acting type protein without the carbohydrate. It's not the same as our post-workout. We also have for during our Rehydrate products and Biocharge. We're going to cover this. Post-workout, here we go into after we train. What are we using? Also, again, Muscle Gain we have here again. Pro 20 is another product we're going to mix into the formula. Mass Impact is another product. And again, Arginine Extreme. From a sleep standpoint, we talk about nighttime recovery or Omegaplex, our Rehydrate, Arginine, and Mass Impact. I'm going to show you how we do that. I'm going to show you how we use that. Okay, so here we go. Very, very simple stuff, guys. Let's understand that we can mix and match. Understand that we have different levels of goals that people want. Some people just want the basics. So I'm going to walk you through this, and we'll focus on what we do from a pre-workout and get you started. Now, first and foremost, the most simple step that we have is something like a Spark. I'm going to create these combinations. Spark is a simple combination. Pre-workout, has some caffeine, neurotransmitters. If we want to take another step up, we can add our Catalyst with this. So Catalyst and Spark together, great simple step for someone. Great way for someone to start with a little bit of a pre-workout. I'm focusing on pre-workout right now, a little bit of energy that they need, okay? So those are 2 simple combinations that you can use out of the gate. Another simple combination is to use our Slam and our Catalyst. Very, very simple, a little bit of energy, a little caffeine, neurotransmitters, going to help us focus, help us with clarity. Catalyst is our branched chain amino acid. You're going to see that appear a lot. It's going to continue to come up within our formulations. Branched chain amino acid developed for the USA Wrestling program to help them keep lean tissue. If you look at the ingredients, it's basically high density amino acids, and some of those are neurotransmitters. You're going to notice a lot of taurine in that. Taurine it will help us with our mental focus. So Catalyst is going to be all through this. We mix and match these. So these are 2 great products, just simple step that you can incorporate. Now, as we get going, sorry, we had a little issue here. I'm going to bump back here. Sorry, guys. Occasionally we have a little technical. Okay, so here we go. Next, as we start to move forward from a pre-workout standpoint, let's focus on our endurance component first, because you have a power or a strength phase. If you want to do heavy lifting, say it's a a power phase, you're lifting a lot of weight, versus a cardio or an anaerobic type training without enough oxygen, there's going to be different formulas that you're going to use. So a couple that we're going to start with, very simple. First, we talk about O2 Gold, okay? O2 Gold is something that we want to get in our system 30 to 45 minutes before we work out. Now, you can match that with your Spark or your Slam, okay? And remember, it's one or the other. You're not going to have both. You're not going to have Spark and Slam. But you can go with O2 Gold. What it does, again, oxygen transport, we can talk about lactate threshold. We can talk about when we hit our limit that it's going to allow us to exceed our normal limit. This is huge within anyone who does anything anaerobic, where they're hitting that wall. Hockey players love it. It was developed for hockey players. You know how long a shift is, 45 seconds, a minute, minute and a half max. So what happens, it helps us move that oxygen. Huge in CrossFit. Ritch Finnegan loves this on the more of the aerobic type of a WOD, or if you're doing anything that's anaerobic, anyone who has any endurance type training, O2 Gold is a key. So this is a simple combination. Now, what we can do to add to this is we can add our Arginine Extreme if we want to. Okay, Arginine Extreme, vasodilation is going to bring oxygen to the muscle, and that therefore it will bring nutrients to the muscle. So what do we do with that? Well, let's bring a little bit more of this. Let's bring a little bit of mass impact. Mass impact is your creatine amino acid combination. So as you see, we can start real simple, and we can start to stack these. We call them spark tails, where you start to stack these products. We have for our aerobic capacity, let's create some more vasodilation, allow the blood flow. Arginine Extreme is a precursor to NO2, if you've studied that. Let's bring some amino acids in our mass impact and some creatine to the muscle. We also get our caffeine and neurotransmitters from our Spark. That's a really good Spark tail right there. That's an awesome product. Awesome combination. Make sure you understand O2 Gold, you want to get it in 30 to 45 minutes before you train. Very, very important. So what can we do as an adjustment to that? If you don't have O2 Gold, you can go with your VO2 Prime. VO2 Prime will also give you the effect of oxygen transport, vasodilation, and this is the beetroot extract. This will relax your blood vessels, allow oxygen to be transported and get to your muscle, bring nutrition. So we can add these. We can bring our arginine with that. We can bring our mass impact with that, okay? And because this does not have caffeine in it, we can bring Slam or we can bring Spark to the picture. Another nice combination. Again, oxygen, we're talking about cardio right now from a cardiovascular standpoint. Those are some combinations. Again, guys, don't have Slam and Spark. Some people like more caffeine, but you want to start out easy. Be careful with that because that's a double dose of caffeine and you don't want to do that. Okay? So let's move on a little bit. Let's go into pre-workout, but let's talk about if we're doing a heavy lifting, something that's a little bit heavier. Let's start with everything coming all together with our Muscle Fuel. Muscle Fuel, awesome product. That could just as easily say Rocket Fuel. This is your pre-workout creatine, betaine, caffeine, heavy B complex. Fantastic combination. It has everything all in one. It's a little bit of what we just created from a combination, but it is definitely geared more towards heavy lifting and power, explosive type movements. Now, we don't want to be adding our Spark to that because this has caffeine. We don't want to add Slam to that. It already has caffeine. But no problem adding a little bit of arginine to that. No problem adding a little O2 Gold to that. That shouldn't be an X. That should be a check. We can definitely add O2 Gold to that or VO2 Prime. So you can make a combination. Muscle Fuel. You can add either of these if you want. Go light. You can go light because this has a lot of the same ingredients. But you can also add O2 Gold or VO2 Prime. Again, this is your pre-workout. If you're going from a lift standpoint, everything in a bottle in one package with your Muscle Fuel. Okay. Another combination. Sorry, this thing is occasionally gives me a little bit of a wants to have a mind of its own sometimes. So let's talk about if you don't have Muscle Fuel. Muscle Fuel is intense, man. I love that. It's a great pre-workout. I'm telling you, you will see personal bests. You'll see improvement with this Muscle Fuel. But maybe you want to try a different combination. Again, we're talking heavy lift, we're talking power, we're talking strength, and you can have another combination here, Okay, this other combination is arginine extreme, mass impact, spark or slam. Okay, spark or slam. This is your own little cocktail. Again, look what we're doing. We're not, this is heavy lift, power, strength. So we want to have our arginine extreme for blood volume. When I train, when I lift, I want to get a pump. This is going to help with our pump. Mass impact has creatine, going to help with the pump. Also branched chain amino acids. And then your spark on top of it has some caffeine and neurotransmitters. So you have, this is more of your creatine combination, heavy lifting and power. You notice the other one, we had O2 Gold. Some people before a heavy lift, they'll throw O2 Gold in there, 45 minutes. That's okay, not a problem. But let me just keep it pure for you so you can understand the difference between an aerobic or anaerobic type training versus a power, heavy lifting, strength type training. You can create this nice little spark tail right here. That's a good combination, those three. Okay, tremendous stuff. So pre-workout, those are good little combinations for you. You know, some of the other simple things you could do pre-workout. Remember, I told you the catalyst is just going to keep showing up. You know, catalyst pre-workout with Spark. I mentioned it before. Very, very simple stuff. You can do that. Some people also pre-workout would like rehydrate. You can use rehydrate or rehydrate gel pre-workout as just preparation. Low-level, basic stuff. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move on here. So let's get into during. Okay, we covered some pre-workout. Let's get into during. So during, you know, we have some requirements. One thing is we want to have our amino acids feed the muscle. And generally speaking, first out of the gate from an endurance standpoint, I'm going to show you a chart that shows the speed of which an amino acid gets into the bloodstream. Biocharge is huge. Move my little, I have to move this for a second. But biocharge is huge. Sorry, guys. Biocharge is huge because what it does is it's fast-acting amino acid. That is going to get into our system. So you know we really use this big time is with our endurance athletes. Triathlon, triathlete, someone who is doing marathons. What we do if someone who does a marathon, we want to have them, along the race, they'll have their biocharge. It's a fast-acting amino acid. It's a free amino acid. So it's fast-acting. During, they could also mix that with some rehydrator. So we have our electrolyte replacement, and we also have some amino acid in there as well. So during, this is a great combination. If we're not talking heavy endurance, you can just go with your rehydrate. Okay, rehydrate is going to be key during. If you want to up the amino acid, if you have heavy requirements, then you can up them by adding biocharge. It's going to up the amino acid level of that. And remember, fast-acting amino acid. Our Rehydrate Gel, tremendous product. It's going to allow you to sustain a little bit longer than you normally would because of the amino acid profile, electrolyte profile that's in that. It's slightly different than this Rehydrate. This is going to give you a little bit more over a longer period of time, slightly formulated, slightly different. But it's still going to allow you to perform during your program. What you do with this Rehydrate Gel is just suck it down and throw water in on top of it, okay? So during is pretty simple. It's a pretty simple process. Let me move on here, okay? Let's go into our post-workout. From a post-workout standpoint, what we want to do is make sure, and I, you know, when I teach this, we teach this a lot. I'll often talk about post first, and the reason is because post is really so important, guys. You know, if there's one thing, we can train and train. We can have the best training and the best coaching in the world, but what we do after we work out is most important to feed our muscle for recovery standpoint. And I'm going to throw something out there just to create a mind shift for you. If I said to you, hey, we don't get stronger, we don't improve our fitness from working out, training, running, whatever we're doing. We don't get more fit from that. You'll think I'm crazy, but we have to understand that what that does is breaks us down, okay? We truly, from a scientific standpoint, we get better, we improve from our recovery, from our ability to recover. So I have to say this, post-workout recovery is really the most important thing we can do. You know, we can't eat garbage beforehand, but our recovery, what we do is it's going to determine how well we recover. Here's something from a training standpoint, guys. What we do when we train, when we run, when we swim, if we're doing CrossFit, no matter what we're doing, if we lift, whatever it is, what we're doing is forcing adaptation. We we bring our body to the limits and we force it to adapt. What we do from a nutrition standpoint post-workout recovery determines how well we adapt. If we did max effort every day for 2 weeks in a row, you just have to tell you, and you guys know this, we would be weaker at the end of those 2 weeks. We wouldn't be stronger. The workouts itself do not get us more fit. They break us down in essence, but it's how we mix our recovery and our post-workout recovery nutrition through the day is what it will determine it. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but post-workout recovery is so huge. And guess what? We do it better than anyone out there. The combination of everything we put together is going to be fantastic. So let's just get right into the simple format. Number one out of the gate is your post-workout recovery, formulated for recovery. Okay, what this does, it has a lower level of protein, about 12 grams of protein in it, but we can add muscle gain if we want to bring a little bit more protein into that. So we can customize this to the athlete's body weight, lean tissue mass, etc. We could also add catalyst to that if we wanted to, just up the amino acid profile a little bit. But post-workout recovery, it gives you your carbohydrate profile, gives you protein. It also gives you 3 grams of creatine. Okay, it gives you phenomenal balance. This was formulated for Olympic athletes, and this is going to give you the best profile that you can have from a recovery standpoint. And I'm going to touch base on the differences between this and a muscle gain, a pure casein or a whey, okay? So understand that your post-workout recovery, this is all in one shot, okay? Post-workout, you're not going to find a better formulation out there on the marketplace. Again, we can customize it a little bit by adding a couple of these ingredients. So another thing we can do post-workout, a lot of on the go, if we can't get a shake, is that we can throw some Pro 20 in there. Pro 20 is simple, 20 grams of protein, ready to drink. It's ready to go for us. I love my Pro 20. It also has something called alpha GPC in it, which is helps from a neurotransmission and mental function, and which really gets into the Krebs cycle of how the muscle functions from a performance standpoint. So there's research on performance and power and speed with this. This is going to help feed your muscle at that cellular level from a power and a speed standpoint. Many of our products do that. But from a post-workout, hey, this is a great opportunity. I love this on the road. I love my Pro 20. I love it on the road. I love it before a meeting. I usually would have one before a webinar because it takes the hunger off. It's just a great product. So moving on from a post-recovery standpoint, what would we do with a muscle gain? Muscle gain is good. You know, you have a lot of people talk about, whey, casein. That's all they talk about. And they just don't understand the research that it doesn't really give us the best amino acid profile for recovery. I have to break away just for a sec, guys. I got to tell you something. We maxed this thing out tonight, so congratulations. I'm glad you guys dialed in. We hit the max numbers. There's some people trying to get in. They can't get in. Over 400 people are on this call right now. So we'll hopefully get a good recording and pump this thing out for you. So let me get back to this recovery. Muscle gain, yeah. Whey, casein, yeah. Decent, but not as good as a profile that I'm going to show you that'll give you a full, we shoot for 45 minutes to an hour of an amino acid profile, okay? So post-recovery, pretty simple. You can add some things in. One thing from post-recovery standpoint, hey, I'm okay throwing some mass impact in post. I'm okay throwing some arginine in post. I'm okay throwing some rehydrate in post. I'm all good with that. If I beat myself up and I know that I'm going to be in pain, I'll throw this. I'll have a post-workout recovery right away out of the gate. For example, I'm a extremely advanced beginner when it comes to skiing, and I'll beat myself up when I go. I throw my post-workout, and then I will go ahead and throw a mass impact arginine extreme after with some rehydrate. I'm just going to fuel my body, and I've seen the difference that this makes with athletes and with myself, that you should be beat up. You go hurt yourself, you know how you're going to feel, and to see the recovery component, that's one of the biggest things for us is the recovery components of these products are like nothing we've ever seen. So getting into recovery, guys, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to jump back later on a little bit about the amino acid profile. But let's talk recovery. What's the most important thing we can do? Hey, bedtime. We need sleep. Most people are sleep deprived. Nighttime recovery, guys. Zinc magnesium combination. Tremendous combination. Okay, tremendous formulation that allows us to optimize our sleep cycle. We talk about maximizing the REM sleep cycle. We talk about optimal release of testosterone while we're sleeping. When we sleep, we have a testosterone kick. Okay. What this does is optimizes that testosterone kick naturally through vitamins, minerals, and herbs. It allows our body to be in its optimal state and to get a more restful sleep and to have a better hormonal balance while we're sleeping. So guess what? What do we love to do? We take our ZMA, we take our nighttime recovery first and foremost. Let's throw some fish oil in there as well. Okay, reduce some inflammation, just feed the body, give us the omega profile that we want. But what can we do? Let's guess what? We're recovering, so let's start with the basics here. But guess what? If we really want to recover, no problem. Throw Arginine Extreme in there at night before bed. Throw some Mass Impact in there at night before bed. Throw some Rehydrate in there at night before bed. I'm a 53-year-old guy. Like to reduce the inflammation. Love to throw my BioTune in there before bed at night. Tremendous. Am I missing something? I don't know. It's not what I take. It's what I don't take. I love the products. It's high performance nutrition, guys. If I did not want to throw my Arginine in there, I'd go with I take this nighttime every single night, guys. You can have, if I'm running low on anything, you can have the rest of this, but I'm not giving up my nighttime. I'm telling you right now. But my VO2 Prime, I will throw VO2 Prime in there. That's going to allow recovery, going to allow blood transportation and recovery at night. It just feeds the body, gets into vasodilation and blood flow. So we're through that recovery while we're sleeping. It's huge. And for a 53-year-old guy, I want to make sure that I'm fueling my body properly during the best recovery phase. It's during my sleep time. So from a sleep, I think that's it from that type of recovery. Okay, I'm going to move on. And if I need to, I'm going to bounce back. But I'm looking at this. I think we covered this segment. Let's move on. Let's keep this train moving. Okay. One thing I want to add to those list of products is our 24-day challenge is a foundation for us. Okay. If I have an athlete, what we like to do, we'll do a 10-day cleanse. They may not need to lose weight, but based on the phase of where they are, before they're really going to ramp things up, love to do a 10-day herbal cleanse, clean the digestive tract, get their digestive tract balanced, get the probiotics back into their system. Just prepare the body to absorb the nutrients better before we move on. Into another phase. Okay, so let's go ahead and understand this is a segment before we get into the workout phase. All right, I'm going to move on. Hey, for those who can't make it on, I apologize. We maxed this thing out. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a message out. We maxed out. Look for over 400 people on this, guys. This thing maxed out, you guys. This is good information for you. People really love this type of stuff. So let's just keep this moving. And so what we do, we know that we have a phase for a cleanse phase just to prepare. So what I want you to do is view the Performance Elite site. Just go to Advocare, Advocare.com, Performance Elite. If you Google search that gives you a good breakdown of the products, of the formulations and the timeline, so you can continue to move things forward and understand a little bit more. Great overview of the products as well. But I want to answer this question. We talked about this recovery from a post-workout recovery. Which one is better and why? Okay, we have post-workout recovery or muscle gain. Why would we use post-workout versus muscle gain? This is a question we get all the time. The key with this is our amino acid profile. We want a 45-minute to 60-minute amino acid profile if we can get it. Muscle gain doesn't give us that. So this chart right here, this really explains this to us, the rates of absorption. If you look at amino acids and how quickly they're absorbed, free amino acids, they come in very fast. Okay, we have some that just are, not in the very fast category, but in the fast, like peptides, and then you get intermediate way. And a little bit slower than that will be our soy, and then our slowest will be our casein. So we want to formulate to match that. That's why our blend is so effective from a recovery. And then real quickly, so you guys can understand this, remember the amino acid I spoke about was the one that we use for marathon runners during their exercise is our biocharge. That's an amino acid, a fast-acting amino acid. So that's why that is ideal for during workout. But guess what? During workout, if I wanted to get into my system very quickly, I don't want casein in there. It's a slower acting. It's slow. We want this fast acting. So this is a rough outline of why we use a blend from a recovery standpoint. We have fast acting in the red. We have a little bit faster is our blue. A little bit slower coming into us is our green, our whey. Our soy is the next one, and then our casein is the long. It takes a long time. This is why we talk about casein at night. You know, if you're going to go to bed before you want a casein, because it's going to come in over a long period of time while we're sleeping. So what does our post-workout recovery do? It gives us, we're shooting for this ideal. We have a combination of fast, medium, and slow-acting amino acids. It's huge for you from an amino acid profile. You'll have some people talk about soy. Oh, we shouldn't have any soy. Guys, you have to look at the studies, man. Soy is a perfect protein amino acid profile from a slow-acting profile. You don't overdo your soy. The amounts of soy that we're using is perfectly formulated and based on research. Our full medical science board does all the research on that. And so they're the ones who create this. Tried and true, proven over about 15 years. This formula has been proven and perfected over the years. It's an amazing formula. I challenge anyone, find me a better formula out there. So what do we do when we look at peak performance? Hey guys, we want to start with basic nutrition. Just keep it simple, right? We have our basic wellness. What are we going to do? We're going to eat well. You're going to hydrate. Those are all the basics. But if you have an athlete, they just want to get started, we go with our Omegaplex, our Coreplex, Calcium Plus. Just keep it going. As we start to move up the performance ladder, we maybe add some meal replacement shake, muscle gain, and catalyst. Remember we spoke about that? But let's get a little more intense. We want optimal performance. We're certainly including rehydrate, spark, and slam the whole time. But then we get a little more intense. Post-workout recovery instead of just a meal replacement shake or muscle gain, right? Post-workout recovery, mass impact, arginine extreme, muscle fuel. And now we're getting intense. This is the real deal. This is where we want to maximize and hit peak performance. We want to hit the top. What do? We go with nighttime recovery, muscle strength, which is our HMB product, and our O2 Gold. This will give us our optimal performance. This will give us the maximum. So if you want peak performance, you climb this ladder, you use these products all the way at the top, but make sure we're focusing on the foundation is core nutrition first. We want to make sure that we have solid nutrition from the start, okay? Let me go ahead and erase this. I'm going to move to the next slide. So just to wrap some things up for you guys, pre-workout, you see some of the combinations that we had pre-workout: muscle fuel, O2 Gold, mass impact, arginine extreme, VO2 prime. You know, those are some of the things that with different combinations based on what your goals are, as we covered in that. I'm not going to go and review all those over again, but just think of what the goal, the outcome that you want. During, we have our biocharge. Remember, fast acting, rehydrate, and then our rehydrate gels, tremendous combinations. We also have our post-workout recovery. Post-workout, Pro 20, muscle gain. There's a formulation for everything we need. Sleep, remember we spoke about nighttime recovery, Omegaplex. And man, this catalyst, great formulation. It just keeps showing up. You can't go wrong with catalyst. I'm a big fan of branched chain amino acid. I call it the forgotten supplement. It's just not so sexy, but it's the building blocks for our bodies. This catalyst is a tremendous program formulated for results. I believe it's one of the main reasons why we see 2 to 3 pounds of lean tissue that we have found on our 24-day challenges during the weight loss phase, because we have the catalyst and it's tremendous for us. Hey, energy on the go, spark and slam. Can't go wrong with that, okay? You can't go wrong with those products. I'm moving on, next slide. We're going to wrap this thing up for you guys. So when people start to move for the products and the people have interest in the products, the thing that people love about it, if you're not involved with Advocare, understand that you can just be a retail customer. We welcome that. You can just purchase products retail from the person that put you on this phone, or you can go onto this webinar, you can go to their website. You can join for $79 and you can get a nice 20% discount. You can work your way up to a 30% discount, which is tremendous. That's what people love about it. That's why people are so involved with Advocare. It's because there's no catches or gimmicks. This top part, I just want to simply use some products and I want to get a discount. Some of us, like myself, I actually came in this way: retail customer, wholesale customer. That I just want a discount. But what happened pretty quickly, we got amazing results and people started to want to do more. So we started to distribute the products and earn a 40% profit. Now I'm what's called a business advisor. I do this. I help other people. I advise them from their business. I advise them on how to build a business and how to coach people on products. So we welcome all these relationships. You can do whatever you want to do, which is great. You buy what you want, when you want. Big key with Advocare is no auto ship. That is a big, big factor for people. Generally speaking, people do not like auto ship. And so you can just come in and just order what you want, when you want, with no catches or gimmicks or any hooks, or no hooks involved. I'm going to move on. So people wonder, they ask us, how do I get the best discount? I like the products, or I want to try them. Well, how can I get the best discount? Basically, it's word of mouth marketing, my favorite kind of marketing. As you share the products, when you hit, under $500, you're going to get a 20% discount. If you use or share up to $500, up at that $500 mark, as soon as you go over $500, you'll be at a 25% discount. It's beautiful. If you share the equivalent of $1,500 retail value worth of products, you can get a 30% discount. And when you hit the 3K mark, that's what anyone who's an advisor, that's what they do. We hit the advisor level, we have a 40% discount on products. It would also give us the opportunity to build business, but not everyone wants to do that. That's personal choice. But you can work your way up to a 40% discount, share the products with the equivalent of 3,000 retail, and you're at the advisor level. It's a great thing. We have many, many product users who are at a 40% discount level, and just enjoy the products at 40%. They don't want to even be involved with the business side. If people do want to get involved with the business, here's how we earn income. We can earn retail profit. We can have wholesale commissions, and then available to those people who are advisors, we can put other people in business. We can help other people. We earn something called overrides. We also can, when these overrides hit a certain level, we can earn leadership bonuses. That's a good thing for someone who's involved with the business, and there's also many incentives. But again, we're really focusing for you guys today. We really want to focus on the product side of it, and so we want to make sure that you guys understand what you can do in order to get your products. The people that choose the business side, we are at what's called the diamond level right now. Diamonds in this business average 648. Our 1099 this year was about 402,000. Our first year was about 43,000. So this has grown dramatically. But I'll tell you, consumable products, health, wellness, performance, weight loss, anti-aging. I'm telling you right now, it's a good place to be in the marketplace. It's a good space to be in, and we're doing it better than anyone else. And so those who choose to get involved, we talk about these kind of goals after 1 year. We talk about these goals after 2. We talk about these goals after 3. And when you compare those incomes for people, it's pretty dramatic to see what's happening with Advocare. But I want you guys to know, we provide solutions in 2 areas. It's performance and income. And tonight we are focused on the performance. That's what this call is about, is your performance. And if you enjoy the products and you want to get a discount, reach out to the person that put you on the call, and they're going to show you how you can get the best discount and max this thing out. And what we say, you hear that saying, just do it. Well, you know what we say? We say, just try it, because the results speak. This might sound like something else to you, some other company they showed you, but when you do your research, you look at all the people involved in this company, the quality of the athletes through the professional ranks, and you'll find out why we're different. It's truly the Advocare difference. So we just tell people, just try it. We'll let you know how you can go further with it, but try it and you're going to see. Let the product speak to you. So for you guys, you want to just try some products. If you guys aren't involved, reach to the person that put you on this call. And as you can see, you can become a distributor. We have to call it distributor because if there is an opportunity to earn income, the Direct Sales Association requires us to say that it's a distributor. But you don't have to distribute any products. But for $79, you can get yourself a website and get a discount and start to work your way towards a 40% discount. If you want to start getting a discount, you want to get your $79 website set up. The next thing, just like what we did, we just started on products. Believe me, we were very skeptical. We tried to shoot bullet holes in this thing. I'm going to tell you, we didn't believe it because our ego got in the way and said, hey, if this was any good, we would have already known about it. We had to get over ourselves and get out of the way. So one of the ways we did that was we tried product. We did the 24-day challenge, and the thing blew us away. We simply got better results than we ever got in our whole 25 years in the industry. We gave it to our clients, and we got better results. Then I encourage you, make a list. Even if you just want to get a discount, if you share it with 24-day challenge, for example, with 12 to 14 people, you'll be at a 40% discount level. Great way to go if you like the products. Just share it with some people. We'll coach you up and show you how you can get a great discount. And what that is called the advisor level, 40% discount for life. is a good thing. These products, these products are great, and I've saved thousands and thousands of dollars because I'm at the advisor level just on the products I use. Put the business aside, just getting to the advisor level for product discount, you can't beat it. Best deal it's the best deal going. You know, we talk to trainers all the time, and I spoke to someone at a CrossFit the other day, and we were having a little discussion about Advocare, and they have a little bit of a deal with some vitamin shop or something like that. And I said, so basically you send people there, and they give you some products. He said, yeah, they give me products. And I said, so you're building their residual income. You're building their continued income stream from the products. I said, well, why would you send them when you can have your own store? When you peel the layers back, and you'll see why we lead the industry. And I asked him a question. I said, do you send people to other studios or CrossFit boxes down the street? And he had to stop and pause. He said, no, I do not send people to other boxes down the street, even though they have a good community. He doesn't send them to any personal trainers or send them to other gyms. I said, then why would you send them to a nutrition store when you have your own, you can have your own nutrition store? And he stopped and he said, you know what? You got me thinking, right? You know, he said it's a mind shift. I had never thought about it that way. And so that's a mind shift for people, guys. We change our thinking and we change our action. And that's a big thing for trainers. We work with hundreds of trainers, and just to get them understanding, you can have your own shop. You can have your own store and build your own, and you work your way to the advisor and do that. So I encourage everyone, start today if you're not already involved. Just jump in. There's no hooks, no catches. You can cancel at any time. There's no obligation. But the beautiful part about you getting your $79 website is you can do the research. You can then have that person who brought you involved in and show them the back end, show them the business side of this and how you can get a discount. I encourage everyone to get a discount. It's foolish not to have a discount. There's no catches. We're number one in the U.S. for a reason, because we have no catches, no gimmicks, no hooks. We don't have this auto ship stuff that people don't like. So let me just wrap this up. I'm not sure if I have one more slide moving over into the next one. Let's go ahead and see what I got here. I think I'm wrapping it up with this, guys. Hey, we're not just fueling for performance with Advocare. We're using premium fuel. It's premium fuel, guys. Find me a better line. I'm all ears. I've been in this business 25 plus years. You show me something better. And if you have a different product or ingredient, then guess what? We want to see it, because this is the type of company that can take it and distribute it to the masses. That is the deal. This is the company that I want to grow with, I want to be with, because they understand product science, and they're the company that's going to formulate it and move it forward. And find me something better, man. My 24/7, I tell people, wake me in the middle of the morning if you have something better for me, because this is the best thing that we've ever done. We're helping so many people with this. It's truly a blessing. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to wrap this up, and I am going to stop the recording, and then I will open it up to some questions. I'll glance through the bullet. I'll glance through the chat box, and we'll see if I can help answer you guys some questions verbally, and then you guys can break away. Before I do, I just want to tell everyone, over 400 people jumped on this call today. I am honored that you came on here. I hope that this fed you. I hope that this helped you. Number one, help other people. That's what we're in the business of, helping and serving other people. And I hope that this helped you do that. I know I went quick. I'm trying to keep, there's a lot to cover, but truly honored by you jumping on, and I just hope that you can take this message and pass this forward and pay it forward to some other people, because there's a lot of people who need what Advocare can provide. So I'm gonna shut the recording off, and then I'll be right back. Thank you, guys.